This is Gorilla Tag, a former home to 1 million players per day, and now a home to 1,200 gorillas a day. And this is Orion Drift. Orion Drift almost quintuples Gorilla Tag's amount of players per day, getting 5,000 players a day. Well, me and my friend are going to be deciding what is better, Gorilla Tag or Orion Drift. Welcome back to another It's JoJo's video, and in today's video you may be wondering, why are you Gorilla Tag? I thought that you were an Orion Drift YouTuber. Well, I'm wanting to do another podcast, and with me I have my friend Everett. So we're going to be talking about some different, basically just video game topics, but anyways, let's get into it. So for our first topic, as you saw in the intro, there was about 1 million people at Gorilla Tag's peak playing per day. But now, like right now, there's only 13,000 people on. That is a big drop off.
Mind you, 3 million a month. 3 million monthly users in this game.
So then in Orion Drift, would you like to say how many they have about daily?
1,500 to 3,000 users a day. Not that much, but I feel like Gorilla Tag's just repetitive, and I feel like this Gorilla Tag has I would say like a lower age group on it. I just feel like I don't see more. I feel like I just see more children on here instead of like Orion Drift. There's a lot older. Like I feel like there's just an older population. This game's just little kids.
Our next subtopic is that there's not many good cosmetics. So right over there, since we're doing like a recording session or something in here, we can actually get any cosmetics we want, and there really wasn't that many to pick through. And they're really not that good, honestly. There hasn't been too many good updates recently, but there is some intrigue on what they just added down in the caves and whatever. So we're gonna have to add a buy clip or that, or like a B-roll clip.
Yep.
So why was it fun when you started playing Gorilla Tag, and why did you start?
I would say mostly I just followed the community. I mean, once I got a VR, literally everybody would talk about Gorilla Tag. It was so popular and it just looked fun. I mean, everybody was making it sound cool to run around as a monkey and play tag. So I joined along with it, played for a little bit. It was fun, but the amount of toxicity on this game definitely not recommended to play as your first VR game. I mean, it's kind of dead now, but just kind of get introduced to just toxicity, and the amount of racism on here is kind of crazy.
I got introduced because of this man right here. I mostly, like, Orion Drift, I got introduced because he started playing it. Why do you think it blew up?
Gorilla Tag? Definitely content creation. I think that definitely attracted content creation. Definitely, it was just normal. I mean, literally, so many users, literally new players, they just make TikTok accounts, YouTube accounts. I think content creation was one of the reasons why, like J-Man Curly, he was a huge Gorilla Tag content creator, and then also who else? There was K9, TTT Pig, all those people. I think they really helped the population grow, and yeah.
So in Gorilla Tag, there's only about 10 people you can have in the lobby, but in like Orion Drift, there's 70 people you can have in the lobby. So the game, you can definitely like have a lot more fun in Orion Drift, because the more people, I would say, the more fun. So then our next topic is Orion Drift. And In Gorilla Tag, there isn't many updates, and if there are some, they're not really that big. But in Orion Drift, there are like weekly different things that you do. There's constantly stuff that you get in shop, and there's like the weekly parkour and also the weekly races that you get to do. So there's just constantly many things that get added to Orion Drift.
Say is like, you know, Gorilla Tag. There's toxicity. Literally, all you can do is just you can run to the leaderboard and report them, and that usually 90% of the time doesn't get through at all. It literally just gets straight ignored. And on the Orion Drift camera, you have an option to take a picture of someone and report it to a fleet mod. So if there's a fleet mod in your server, they'll like come and they actually respond. And I just feel like it's definitely an easier way to handle toxicity.
So Orion Drift has been out for early access for about a year now. And they're still like adding constant things to the game, and since there's not like full stuff yet, we know that there's still going to be a lot of stuff to come.
Definitely say there's probably a lot more another Axiom's gonna work on. There's definitely more they're trying to achieve with their game. But I would say I hope it fully releases in the year. It's definitely not gonna be soon because I have everything figured out. But
For our next topic, we're going to talk about Roblox. So if you want to make a game that is for all ages, you have to pay for it now. And that is really stupid. I don't like how you need to pay for it. It has always been free. Their slogan at some point was, I'm pretty sure it was free to create or something like that. So what you can do to get into the different game modes, you can use Face ID. And why? What if you look really young and you just bypass, or like you get really you're put in like the 8 to 10, but you're 13 years old and you just look really young, or
there's
whatever the age
also an
group.
option for ID. Take a picture of your ID.
Yeah, but
Another way.
then if you want to use a Face ID, it could. I'm pretty sure you have to use a Face ID, and it will. If you're young, then you
Yeah,
have
it
to
gives
use
you
an
another
ID.
option. Yeah, if you're young, then it's you have to use the Face ID.
But what if
Placing.
you're like 5? That's one of the age groups. What if you're 5? You're not gonna have an ID.
Oh, you're gonna do Face ID and it will place you in 5-year-olds. That's Roblox's way of preventing bad stuff.
Okay, what if it puts you in the wrong age group, but you don't have an ID?
Contact Roblox support. They'll fix it.
So I don't know why. This might just be my Xbox, but I have all my stuff, and it was like before all this stupid stuff. It was so that I could have chat. I've had chat on all my other stuff, but for some reason on Xbox, I didn't have chat, and I didn't have voice. I didn't have anything, and it was really stupid. So there are 3 different age groups. The first one is 5 to 8-year-olds, and it is called Roblox Kids. So basically, that you just can't use chats. And then
They'll be
9
playing straight obby games anyway.
and 9 to 15, that is Roblox Select. If you're less than 13, you can see chat, but you can't use it without verified parent access. And then the max rating for games is moderate. So like, what if you're 14, but then you look really young, so you can't chat? And it's like, I'm not gonna ask my mom to get like a to get her ID or something.
And personally, I get that. I do think, I guess, I get Roblox's point. I get what they're trying to do, but I feel like there's got to be other ways to do that. I think it's obviously literally it ruined probably a lot of people's play experience from Roblox because literally people literally just sit on there's role play games, there's all these RPG games, just all these other games that literally like they're just different without chat, and literally probably 25% of maybe even more of Roblox's community just lost chat because or you're not in the same age group with other people you used to play with. I just think I get what they're trying to do, but I think it's dumb.
So the last age group is 16 plus, which is just called Roblox. Okay. And
Alright.
there's You can get to restricted mode. That's the eyes mode, I guess you can go to. So you can add a parent to your account. But the parent needs to be ID verified. The kid needs to be Face ID verified. So why is it to add a parent to your account, they need to show their ID? You shouldn't need to do that. You should just be able to just add the parent to the account. I don't think that it's necessary to be adding all that
Yeah.
stuff in. So then if the Face ID is wrong, you just have to do an ID, and I just still don't like that. So this isn't like all the stuff so far has been about games, but this isn't something about games. My phone that I have is actually a Gabb phone, and there's several problems that I want to talk about. So there's not many apps. There's not many apps at all that you can find. Like there's Geometry Dash. You don't have that, none at all. Like Block Blast. There's none of that stuff. Honestly, it's overpriced. The max thing that you get all the stuff, that's $40 a month. It should not be that expensive. And I am like a music geek. I constantly listen to music, and there's many song creators that I really would like to listen to, but no small song creators are on there, and I find it really stupid, and I don't like how there's no small song creators. Also, I want to make like a profile picture for my friends, and for some reason it's really hard to do it. I did it once, but now I don't remember how, and it's really weird how they have all their stuff set up. Okay, guys, thank you guys for
Alright.
watching the It's JoJo's podcast, and I'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.